Hi, in this video I want to show you one of my math books. This is Advanced Calculus and it was written by R. Creighton Buck, and this is the third edition. I actually have two copies of this book. This is the newer copy I have, and I also have an older edition. So in this video we're just going to take a look at this book. I'm going to show you what it looks like on the inside. We'll talk about how it reads, we'll talk about if it's good for beginners, we'll talk about the pros and cons. I've spent a lot of time with this book and I've done quite a bit of the exercises from this book. So I'm going to open it up here. And I want to start with the contents, and I'm just going to go through the contents briefly. But the contents are very standard, but I should mention, and this kind of emphasizes that, Chapter 1 starts with sets and functions, and look, it says R and Rn. So this does a combined treatment from the beginning, kind of. Like it kind of does like single and multi at the same time. Like you'll see exercises in the sections that are both for single variable functions and for multivariable functions. And so I think that's really good because it gives you that multivariable treatment from the beginning. A lot of beginner advanced calculus books don't do that. I think this is a great advanced calculus book. I think anyone who does analysis should own this book. It is very comprehensive. It has a lot of topics. It has a lot of exercises. Okay, let's go through the contents. Sets and functions, continuity, differentiation, integration, series, uniform convergence, differentiation of transformations, that's pretty cool, applications to geometry and analysis, differential geometry and vector calculus, numerical methods, and then some appendices. And there are some hints and answers, but honestly, it'd be better if they had all the answers. So again, I've done a lot of the exercises from this book. So let's just talk about like the readability of this book. It reads very well. It reads at a very high level. What I mean by that is it kind of assumes that you have some knowledge already of analysis or of higher level math or basic proofs. You should know how to write proofs before you jump into this. And I think that's good because it doesn't get like overly explicative, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't explain every little detail. It gives you like a higher level of discussion and it's clear. So I think the readability is good and it works out great. The exercises themselves, I think, range from easy to quite challenging. So like let's look at some of the exercises here in this section here. So some of these are circled. That means I've done those. So it looks like I did number 4, number 5, number 7, number 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, and then 23. This is my book. This is not a used book. I bought this brand new, and it's held up quite well. I've had it for several years, over 10 years. So exercises range from easy to hard. Let me see if I can find some more here. Let's go to another section. Here's the section on differentiation. Okay, and so here's the first exercise. It just wants you to find some partial derivatives. Okay, and same thing here, more partial derivatives. Okay, here it wants like a directional derivative. And then down here you get some proofs, well that's like, no, directional derivative. Here's a show, so it's kind of like a little proof. So most of these are computational, not too many proofs in that section. Let's go to a different section, see if we can find something with more proofs. Let's maybe let's go to continuity. That's a topic that people often study. Yeah, so here's some proofs here. Show that a continuous function cannot map the unit interval 0, 1 onto itself exactly 2 to 1, etc. So they have proofs. And again, I've done a lot of the problems in this book, and I think it's got a good mix. Looks like the sequences. Look at all these exercises. Some of these are pretty hard. I remember working on some of these and thinking like, whoa, it's pretty tough. So the exercises are tough. Lack of solutions does make it hard, but the readability is good. And the treatment is good because it talks about things at a higher level. Also, again, it does both multi and single at the same time. Also, it's very comprehensive. There's a lot of topics in this book that you won't find in other beginner level advanced calculus books. So is this beginner level? Yes, beginners can use it, but I'm not sure if that's what the author had in mind. I mean, we can find out, right? Let's look at the preface. It says here, the present edition covers essentially the same topics as the second edition, but with certain omissions. All right, so that's just talking about the things that were changed. Okay. To the student, let's read this. We hope that you approach this book with some degree of curiosity and commitment. The title Advanced Calculus might equally well have been Basic Analysis or even Introduction to Mathematics for Applications. Your background ought to include the following, okay. A knowledge of the usual elementary non-honors calculus, including some work with analytical geometry of space, double integrals, and partial derivatives. Okay, so basically, by today's standards, you would need like, some Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3. If you're in the US, that would be the typical sequence that you would need. And interested in learning more about this, either because of its applications or for its own sake. Okay, cool. There's some assumption with matrices. So it's intended for a one-year course. Okay, so it says no text intended for a one-year course can cover all useful topics in analysis. Yeah, but he's being modest here. He took a really big selection. There's a lot of topics in this book. So I think maybe it's both of them, R. Creighton Buck and Ellen Buck. Yeah, and the hardest exercises are indicated by the usual star. Yeah, so some of the exercises have stars, and those are the harder ones. Let's see if we can find some starred exercises here. No stars on this one. Some interesting problems. It's on uniform convergence. They have you evaluate some improper integrals there. Here's a problem with the error function. Erf(x), that's pretty cool, right? That comes up a lot. I remember that coming up when I was studying partial differential equations. There's Bessel's inequality. Just look at some random pages. There's some interesting stuff. This book has double sums, which I think is pretty neat. That's something that I always thought was pretty wicked, double summations with limits and stuff. Some of those proofs can get pretty ridiculous. Yeah, lots of math in this book, all proof-based, and again, the exercises are a good mix of, proofs and computational problems. So there's some artwork, right? Just give you a good look at the book. Some mappings here. Here's the Jacobian of the transformation. Definition 4. If T is a transformation from Rn to Rn, which is of class C1 in a set D, then the Jacobian of T is the function J defined in D by J of P. And there it is. And they give you an example right away. So you have to sit down and work through it with a pencil, take your time. Yeah. But I think it's a good book. I just wanted to make a little video to show you one of my books. So yeah, it's Advanced Calculus by R. Creighton Buck. It's one of my favorite advanced calculus books. I think it's better than Rudin's book. Rudin has that book, Principles of Mathematical Analysis. It's famous, it's terse, and it's a legendary book, but this one I think it's just easier to find stuff too. Like if you're looking for certain things, you need it as a reference, I think this does a better job. I hope this video has been helpful. Good luck.